Welcome back to Accreditation Unlocked, the podcast where we dive into the strategies, stories, and skills that help institutions not just survive accreditation, but use it as a powerful tool for improvement and growth. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Clough, and today we're tackling a topic that sits right at the heart of a successful accreditation process: leadership during the self-study. Now, the self-study isn't just a document. It's not just hundreds of pages filled with data, charts, and narratives. At its best, the self-study is a shared institutional journey, an opportunity for a campus to pause, reflect, and chart a path forward. But here's the catch. That journey requires leadership, intentional, skillful leadership at every stage. So in this episode, we're going to break down the leadership skills you need to guide a self-study. We'll talk about what it takes to plan, organize, motivate, and sustain momentum. We'll look at the skills you need to manage writing and editing, to keep your community engaged, and to navigate that delicate balance between compliance and improvement. If you're serving as an Accreditation Liaison Officer, a committee chair, or an administrator tapped to lead the process, this one's for you. Let's get into it. Why leadership matters in a self-study. A self-study is more than compliance. It's a chance to tell your institution's story, backed up by evidence, and to show how you meet and exceed standards. But here's the truth. The quality of leadership directly determines the quality of the self-study. Think about it. You could have the sharpest faculty, the most detailed data, the most advanced technology, but if leadership is weak, the process will stall. People will disengage. Writing becomes fragmented. Deadlines will slip. And instead of presenting a cohesive, compelling narrative, you'll end up with a patchwork quilt of mismatched sections. Strong leadership keeps that from happening. It gives the process direction, energy, and coherence. Leadership is what transforms a compliance exercise into a meaningful opportunity for reflection and growth. Planning the self-study. Strategic leadership skills. Let's start with the first stage, planning. Planning a self-study is like planning a cross-country road trip. You need to know where you're going, the route you will take, and how long you have to get there. And in this case, your roadmap is built on the accreditation standards and your institution's unique context. The leadership skills you will need here include: number 1, vision setting. You've got to articulate a clear vision for the self-study. It isn't just, we need to get accredited. The vision might be, we're going to produce a self-study that not only demonstrates compliance, but also showcases our institutional strengths and sets the stage for strategic improvement. Leaders who can paint this bigger picture give their campus community something to rally around. Number 2, strategic thinking. Planning requires you to see both the forest and the trees. You need to break down the standards into manageable pieces, map out timelines, and anticipate where bottlenecks or conflicts might occur. Strategic leaders think 3 steps ahead. Number 3, delegation and team building. The self-study is not a solo project. Effective leaders know how to build teams, assign responsibilities, and create structures that distribute the workload. This often means forming steering committees, subcommittees, and working groups, then empowering them to do the work. Number 4, communication. From day 1, communication sets the tone. Leaders must be clear about roles, expectations, deadlines, and importantly, the purpose of the self-study. Without these planning skills, the self-study starts off shaky. With them, you've built a strong foundation. Organizing the self-study. Managerial leadership skills. Once planning is in place, Leadership shifts toward organization. Organizing the self-study means creating systems that keep people and processes moving in sync. This is where leadership becomes more operational. Key skills include, number 1, project management. Leaders must manage timelines, milestones, and deliverables. This means setting up calendars, checklists, and perhaps even project management software to keep everything visible. Number 2, resource management. Organizing means making sure teams have what they need: data, administrative support, release time, and access to institutional research. Leaders who can secure and allocate resources wisely build credibility. Number 3, process design. Leaders must design processes for how drafts will be submitted, reviewed, and revised. Without clear processes, chaos takes over. Number 4, accountability structures. Part of organizing is creating accountability, regular check-ins, progress reports, and feedback loops that keep the work on track. Think of this as the scaffolding of the self-study. Leadership here is about building the framework that allows others to do their best work. Motivating the campus. Inspirational leadership skills. Now let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: motivation. A self-study is a marathon, not a sprint. It stretches over months, sometimes years, and people already have full plates. Faculty are teaching, staff are managing day-to-day operations, administrators are juggling competing priorities. So how do you motivate people to participate meaningfully? The leadership skills here are all about inspiration. Number 1, relationship building. People will participate when they feel valued. Leaders who take the time to build authentic relationships, who show respect for faculty expertise and staff contributions, earn trust. Number 2, storytelling. Motivation often comes from stories. Leaders who can tell the story of why the self-study matters, why it's not just about compliance but about improvement, tap into intrinsic motivation. Number 3, recognition and appreciation. Celebrate contributions. Thank people publicly. Highlight good work in newsletters or town halls. Simple gestures of appreciation keep morale high. Number 4, emotional intelligence. Leaders need to sense when fatigue or frustration is setting in and respond with empathy. Sometimes that means adjusting workloads. Other times it means offering encouragement. Without motivational leadership, the self-study becomes a grind. With it, it becomes a shared institutional project people feel proud to support. Maintaining interest and momentum, sustaining leadership skills. Here's the reality. Enthusiasm at the start of a self-study is easy. Sustaining it over time is hard. The leadership skills you need here focus on sustaining momentum. Number 1, consistency. Leaders who show up consistently, holding regular meetings, sending updates, keeping timelines visible, send the message that the self-study is a priority. Number 2, flexibility. Sustaining momentum sometimes means adjusting timelines or shifting resources when unexpected challenges arise. Rigid leaders lose people. Adaptive leaders keep them engaged. Number 3, transparency. Sharing progress and challenges openly sustains trust. Leaders who hide problems erode confidence. Number 4, conflict resolution. Over a long self-study process, conflicts will arise about interpretations of evidence, about workload, about priorities. Leaders who can mediate and resolve conflicts keep the process moving forward. Managing the writing and editing, collaborative leadership skills. Let's be honest. Writing and editing a self-study is where many institutions stumble. Drafts come in uneven. Some sections are too long, others too short. Some are full of jargon, others lack evidence. Leaders need strong collaborative skills here. Number 1, editorial vision. Leaders must ensure that the self-study has a unified voice and tone. That doesn't mean rewriting every section yourself, but it does mean setting editorial guidelines and appointing strong editors. Number 2, constructive feedback. Giving feedback is an art. Leaders must balance honesty with encouragement, pointing out weaknesses while affirming strengths. Number 3, facilitation skills. Editing often requires bringing multiple authors together to reconcile differences. Leaders who can facilitate those conversations prevent gridlock. Number 4, attention to detail. Accuracy matters. Leaders who model attention to detail signal its importance to everyone involved. Gathering input from the campus community. Inclusive leadership skills. Accrediting bodies expect broad participation in the self-study. This means engaging faculty, staff, students, trustees, and sometimes even alumni or community partners. The leadership skills here are about working together. Number 1, listening. Leaders must create spaces for genuine input through forums, surveys, focus groups, or open meetings, and then actually listen to what people say. Number 2, inclusivity. Engaging all voices means actively reaching out to groups that might otherwise be left out. Adjunct faculty, staff and support roles, or underrepresented student populations. Number 3, synthesis. Leaders must take diverse input and synthesize it into a coherent narrative. Not every idea makes it into the final document, but every voice must feel heard. Number 4, diplomacy. Sometimes feedback will be critical. Leaders who can receive criticism without defensiveness build credibility. The capstone, leading through the final stretch. As the self-study nears completion, leadership shifts once again. This is a time for leaders to maintain urgency without creating panic, coordinate final reviews across governance bodies, ensure accuracy in evidence and citations, and prepare the campus for site visits. The leadership skill most needed here? Poise. Leaders who can stay calm under pressure reassure their teams and ensure the self-study is finished with excellence. The broader impact of leadership in the self-study. When leaders guide a self-study well, something remarkable happens. The institution grows stronger, not just in terms of compliance, but in terms of culture. Faculty see that their contributions matter. Staff feel valued. Students know their voices are heard. Trustees gain confidence in the institution. And when the visiting team arrives, they don't just see a well-written report. They see a campus that has grown through the process. That's the power of leadership in a self-study. Key takeaways. Let's wrap up with some key takeaways. Leadership matters at every stage of a self-study, from planning to final edits. The skills required evolve. Strategic skills in planning, managerial skills in organizing, inspirational skills in motivating, sustaining skills for momentum, collaborative skills in writing, inclusive skills in gathering input, and poise in the final stretch. Strong leadership transforms the self-study from a compliance exercise into a genuine opportunity for institutional growth. So, as you prepare for your next self-study, remember this. It's not just about producing a document. It's about leading a process that engages your campus, reflects your values, and sets the stage for continuous improvement. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Accreditation Unlocked. I hope you found today's discussion helpful. Please share this podcast with colleagues who are preparing for accreditation, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. I'm Dr. Ken Clough, and until next time, keep leading with purpose and keep unlocking the power of accreditation.